In August 2025, international headlines reported a drone strike on Colombian security forces by armed groups, killing at least 4 soldiers and injuring several others. It marked one of the first times in South America that drones were used in a direct attack against state forces, showing that this technology is no longer confined to superpowers or conventional armies. Drones, once considered futuristic gadgets, have now become powerful tools that are changing how wars are fought, how economies function, and even how societies operate. Drones have become indispensable in modern warfare, transforming combat through their versatility, cost-effectiveness, and psychological impact. Once considered auxiliary tools, they now perform missions too dangerous or resource-heavy for humans, providing real-time intelligence with high-resolution cameras and sensors that allow commanders to adapt tactics instantly. Their affordability compared to traditional assets, ranging from as little as $500 to $10,000 for tactical drones versus over $30 million for fighter jets, makes them especially attractive to smaller nations seeking to expand military power without crippling budgets. Beyond cost, their advanced surveillance capabilities, including infrared sensors and synthetic aperture radar, give armies the ability to detect ambushes, monitor enemy positions continuously, and analyze vast amounts of data quickly. At the same time, drones reshape the psychological dimensions of war. Ground troops under constant aerial surveillance often suffer fear and stress that erode morale, while remote operators struggle with the moral weight of lethal decisions made far from the battlefield, sometimes facing long-term consequences such as PTSD. The United States was the first nation to introduce drones into modern warfare on a massive scale. Beginning in the early 2000s during the Afghanistan and Iraq wars, drones such as the MQ-1 Predator and later the MQ-9 Reaper were used for surveillance and precision strikes against insurgent groups. By 2010, the US military was flying over 50 drone missions a day in conflict zones. While Washington praised drones for reducing American troop casualties, these strikes often drew international condemnation due to civilian deaths. Human rights groups estimate that between 8,000 and 12,000 civilians may have been killed in US drone operations across Pakistan, Yemen, and Afghanistan. The world witnessed drones' most extensive deployment in the Russia-Ukraine war. By 2024, both sides were flying thousands of drones every month. Ukraine, for example, was producing over 50,000 drones annually with local and Western support. These range from small quadcopters dropping grenades on Russian trenches to long-range kamikaze drones striking deep inside enemy territory. Russia too used Iranian-made Shahed 136 drones, sometimes launching more than 100 in a single night to overwhelm Ukrainian air defenses. Analysts say this conflict has become the first true drone war, where aerial robots shaped battlefield outcomes as much as tanks or artillery. South Asia soon followed the trend. During the India-Pakistan border clashes in May 2025, drones played a central role for both militaries. India used swarm drones to target Pakistani civilians in major cities, while Pakistan deployed Turkish-made Bayraktar TB2s for precision strikes on Indian artillery positions. This conflict highlighted how even regional powers are now using drones as force multipliers, dramatically lowering the cost of conducting high-impact attacks. For the first time, both countries saw the potential of their drones' capabilities. But drones are not only weapons of war, they are also transforming civilian life. In healthcare, Drones are being used to deliver medicines and vaccines to remote regions. In Rwanda and Ghana, the US-based company Zipline has flown more than 500,000 delivery missions, often reaching villages in minutes where road travel would take hours. This shows how technology designed for war can also save lives when adapted for humanitarian purposes. Even education systems are adapting to the drone era. In Lithuania, schools and universities are actively teaching students how to design, assemble, and fly drones. The idea is to build a technologically skilled generation that can serve both defense and commercial industries. By the end of 2025, Lithuania had trained thousands of students in drone programming, highlighting how nations are investing in knowledge as much as hardware. Ultimately, drones are rewriting military doctrines across the globe. Tactics like swarming, deploying large numbers of drones simultaneously to overwhelm defenses, are becoming increasingly common. Nations are investing heavily in research and development, focusing on artificial intelligence, electronic warfare, and advanced sensors to push drone capabilities even further. In conflicts today, drones are not just tools of combat, but also instruments of psychological operations used to disrupt supply lines, target leadership, and demoralize enemy forces. This shift signals a future of warfare that prioritizes speed, precision, and adaptability over massive troop deployments of the past. What do you think about this? Do let us know in the comments section.